How do you report a classic? The Red came out in early access in 2015, 11 years after the seminal Cerebral strategy. It came out against a decade of RBR praise from fans and real drivers alike, and mods that basically simulated every area of the sport. The reports that was always going to be a difficult task, so maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it. What if we look at the writing, not as a definitive replacement, but as a direction change, a breath of fresh air after years of more casual ready titles? That's more like it. Rally racing had been dominated by casual titles and last series of feature games that never dared to have the unforgiving authenticity of RBR, and the rally straddled the line beautifully. For the first time in years, the player had to learn how to tame a rally monster through a tight road, with every stage hanging on the edge between a good result and a total write-off. It did all that while looking fresh, modern, at a time where the iRacing and the factors of the world were still transitioning out of 2000s graphics. Not that graphics make or break a sim. RBR and Live for Speed are prime examples that once the handling is right, a sync can last for decades. But at least for me, it was nice to play a ready title that looked modern, but still took driving clues from RBR, not from its console family of games. The Ready was also reawakening of my Ready passion, which ultimately led me to sign up for WC Plus, now Ready TV, and travel to Portugal to see a riding flash. It's somewhat ironic that none of the officially licensed WRC titles of the 2010s, which were supposed to be entry gates into the sport, managed to do that for me. And the experience only got better by Codemasters making it VR compatible, making you truly feel the vertigo-inducing cliffs of Pikes Peak and the immense trees of Finland. Yes, Pikes Peak. The only stage that sadly Codemasters couldn't bring back to the Rally 2 due to licensing reasons. One of the most challenging offerings of the title, thanks in part to the high-powered cars, is also one of the reasons to still have it installed today. The Ready was never perfect. Tarmac driving never felt on par with the asphalt scenes of the time, and it makes the otherwise beautifully crafted Germany stages a little less enjoyable. The air control and jumps were also a contentious point. Experiencing them back now, I can see that the suspension doesn't seem as smooth as the Rally 2, leading to some frustrating moments in places like Finland. I can't help but feel sad that the modern Codena's Rally trilogy and saying AWRC, a game that was good in many aspects, is a downgrade of the Rally 2 in handling and graphics. The brilliant first two titles deserve the proper third game. Much like in the arcade world, the 3 is a culmination of the seeds planted by the 1 and the 2. Especially with the WRC license, the Rally 3 in the Ego engine could have been the big boss, the grand finale, the reward for a decade of virtual rally greatness. But maybe all is not lost. Maybe once Assetto Corsa Rally gains its full set of stage and cars, we'll be able to include it here in this modern Rally trilogy. The Rally didn't report IPR, but the fact that it made reviews compared to the Dark Souls racing, and that players actually enjoyed the learning curve harder than just smashing the gas, was a win for a sim racing genre that hadn't seen a proper release in over a decade, and maybe the seed to allow Assetto Corsa Rally to exist. What do I take away from the Rally 11 years after he graced our PCs for the first time? I will shoot for the stars, and if sometimes you fall on the dirt, well, that isn't bad at all, is it?
B100, right 6 through dip, 80, caution left 5 over jump.